Grand rising, powerful beings. Today I'm gonna be talking about getting back on track with exercising and your fitness, man. Especially after you break the habit. Like, you ever realize, like, there's a couple months that you go and you just consistent with your workout every day, and then some other times you don't exercise. So I'm gonna be talking about how to get back in the process of exercising, what to do so you can kind of like get yourself to do it slowly, how to build the habits, and I'm gonna give you some tips, insider tips on how to exercise correctly so that way you don't feel lost going to the gym. I'm gonna tell you the different ways you can exercise, how you can just use your body to exercise, which is calisthenics, how you can use rotational movements to exercise, how you can use the pool to exercise, go to the beach, how you can make your exercise fun so you look forward to it. So listen, why am I talking about exercises? Because I know about the seasons, y'all. It's getting cold. So that means that you're gonna start to slow down. You wanna make sure that your cells are speeding up, okay? So let's keep going with this. We're gonna be talking about getting back to your exercise routine. Let's get it. All right, so I'm making this because I need it. Now somebody says, you haven't been exercising? Of course I've been. I ran 12 miles yesterday, but I haven't been doing the weight training like I want to, right? So I realized that I'm gonna get back to that. For a while, I stopped focusing so much on the physical to work on the internal. Now I'm realizing I wanna bring it all back together. So here's what I mean. I don't wanna just be cardiovascular healthy, which means I could run for days, right? I'm like, from Africa. I could run for days, bro. But I want to also get back to getting that size, getting the muscles, because, you know, I'm in the prime time of my life, and why not look good, feel good, and be as strong as I can? So I'm like, all right, I'm going to get my exercise on point, because not just for how I look, but for how I'm going to feel after it, and for the burning up of certain toxicity in my body, so I make sure I'm not gonna get sick during this seasonal change, this transmission, right? So I'm gonna take exercise way more seriously than I've been taking it. Now, I do Qigong, I run, I do many things. So if you're watching this, you might feel like, man, I don't even know what you talking about. Here's what I'm talking about. Listen, let me ask you a question. How many times did you exercise last week? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times? How many times did you exercise the last month? I was talking to somebody and they told me they haven't exercised, they exercise once the whole year. By that I mean that includes running, walking, swimming, jogging, and I'm like, yo, you gotta change that. And if that's you gotta change that. All right, so allow me to be your coach. For some of you who don't know, I'm a certified personal trainer, and I've been certified as a trainer for over 7 years now. So which means I am credible enough to share some insight with you on this. The first thing we're going to talk about is habits. Habit. Now you may wonder, like, habit. What do you mean by habit? Here's the thing. The reason why you stop exercising is because you created a habit of idleness. And the moment you create a habit of movement is the moment it's going to shift. And habits are built with cues. So Charles Hugg, which came up with the book, The Power of Habit, he talks about a cue, routine, and a reward. So there's something that cues you to exercise. Now, I recommend you get yourself a Google Calendar, right? And they have these things called goals or things you want to do. And it includes the fitness or meditation. What it does is automatically optimizes it around a specific time that will work for you based on when you actually complete it. So you have to say, I did it, and then it will keep telling you. So use your Google Calendar to do that. Now, here's the thing. What happens is most people have a cue to remind them to work out, to exercise. But what they do is they create a habit of ignoring the cue. So now the same thing that's supposed to serve you has become something that you ignore. It's like your clock. Let me tell you this. It's like your alarm clock. You press the snooze button, the alarm clock is supposed to be your cue to wake up, but every time you see the alarm, you press the snooze button. So now the alarm clock is actually now associated with extra time in your bed. So I'm trying to tell you now, the reason why you're not exercising is because the cue that's supposed to cue you to exercise has now become a cue that reminds you to not do it. And what I mean by that is, let's say you created the habit of bringing your gym clothes to work every day. That stuff is in your bag. You go into the shop, you go into the office, you go into this, or you just, and you're like, yo, and you look at it and you're like, oh, okay, it's there. And you don't do nothing with it. Guess what? Your mind says, oh, he's just bringing the clothes. He's not going to use it. So how are you going to do that? You have to shift the pattern. It has to be a dramatic shift. It has to be almost instant tomorrow. Like you say, oh, I'm not just going to bring my clothes to work. I'm actually going to put them on and exercise. So I'm saying that the same cues that's building habit can become a cue that keeps you in a habitual pattern that does not work for you. So how do we switch that around? We switch that around by putting cues around our spaces to remind us to do certain things, but that's not the major thing. You could cue yourself all day. If you don't work on your mindset, if you don't realize why exercise is important, it's not gonna work. So in fact, let's go back. Let's work on your mindset for a little bit. All right. For those of you tapped in, you tapped in. All right. So here's the mindset piece. First of all, you have to have a strong enough reason why you're exercising. Now you're like, yo, why? I've heard that 1,000 times. Here's what it is. You're not pulled enough. This is why you're not pulled into it. By that I mean, you say you want to lose weight. You say you want to tone up. You say you want to shred it down. You say you want to be healthy. But the truth of the matter is, it's just something you're saying. It's not necessarily something that you feel like it's a must. It's not a necessity. You're not attaching something that you love into it. You're not attaching something that's deeper than the action to it. So we're going to work on your mindset right now, because this is going to help you way more than just me telling you what you can do or whatever. So let's work on the mindset. You ready? If you're ready, say I'm ready. All right. I don't care if I can't hear you. This is going to be interactive. I'm ready. There we go. Okay, you ready now. I heard you. I heard you screaming that. You know what I'm saying? Of course. I got you. All right. Now that you're ready, make sure y'all watching this live video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and leave a comment, okay? Make sure you leave a comment if you're watching this live, all right? Because that's gonna help me with the YouTube algorithm, right? And on Instagram, share this video to 5 friends and comment done. So for those of you watching on YouTube, make sure you just leave a comment. Even if it's like, thank you, I appreciate it. That helps, right? That's gonna help me boost the algorithm. And those of you listening, you can tap into this podcast live every day at 9:30 a.m. And thank you for bearing with my announcements. As you all know, this is a podcast live, edited, and posted, right? Boom. There we go. Shout out to you, Young Marie. Shout out to you, Drago. So, yo, we're talking about, first, we have to change the why behind exercising. So what are some reasons why you should exercise? Somebody wonder, what are some reasons why? Let me tell you something. First of all, is if you exercise, you're gonna live longer. How many of y'all want to live longer? Raise your hand. You want to live younger? The cat down that cat right there, he's trying to live as long as he can. You want to live a long life, don't you? All the research I've shown that there is a strong correlation with how much you exercise and how long you live. So if you want to increase your lifespan, this is the way to go. How many of you want to have more energy? I know you're trying to get to the bag. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shoot, you need to sustain your family. But I know y'all need some more energy to do it, right? How you feel tired sometimes, right? Lately, my energy skyrocketed up because I changed my habits, right? I changed my habits, now I changed my energy. So somebody says, I'm gonna just take some sea moss or some bee pollen, I'm gonna drink some energy drink. Well, here's the thing. Let me say this. If you got a pile of shit somewhere and you take Fabuloso and you throw Fabuloso on it, you think that shit gonna smell good? Nah, it's not gonna smell good. Likewise, if you got a pile of shit inside of you and you try to take supplements and minerals without clearing the pile of shit, it's still gonna be there. So exercise is a way of clearing it up. Now, what does that mean? When you exercise, you perspire, right? So there's heat that comes out of the body. Literally, your body exhales toxins. Not only does that happen, but your lymphatic system is operating. So it moves lymph throughout the system and it moves toxins out of the body. You ever you know, you talking to somebody and they breath slap you, and you're like, bro, you might as well slap me in real life. I take your slap with your hand rather than that slap with your breath. Because that slap with your breath, buddy, you got to take care of that, my friend. Huh? You know what I'm saying? That slap, can't even turn. That's because literally inside of them, they got a cemetery. And the cemetery is coming out through their esophagus. And the cemetery of their undigested food and their backed up feces is coming out of their mouths. And you're like, you just slapped me with your shit. Yeah, they just did. They really did. No offense to anybody. But this is also saying you don't want to smell like that. So exercise is going to help you with that. So you're like, man, I didn't even know. So guess what? If you had trouble getting a lady, trouble getting a man, check your breath. Check your gut health. That will transform your life. And exercise is a way to start, along with the detox. So, what does it do? Exercise reduces inflammation. Point number 3. And inflammation is what? Inflammation is the number one cause of disease in the body. When your body is inflamed, so much stuff have to work to try to rebalance it. Your serotonin production can be decreased as your body gets more inflamed. And then we start burning up in flames. And then now this looks like depression. This looks like lethargy. This looks like brain fog. This manifests in the body in many different ways. Okay? So exercise reduces inflammation. Inflammation is the starting point of many diseases. Exercise also clears up your airways, which allows you to free mucus from the body. Mucus is your body's way of getting rid of toxins. Now, the more mucus you have means the more toxic you are, and your body has to work extra harder to get rid of those toxins. And mucus-forming foods like white dairy, white animal fat, sugar, flour, all these things causes more mucus in the body. As you exercise, you ever feel like your airways are opening up as you do more cardiovascular? Now, for everybody out there who like the ganja, shoot, I don't blame you, my friend. You know, I don't blame you. You got to detox your lungs, okay? So there are herbs you can take, right? There's herbs you can take like mullein to clear out your lung. But you take the herb and you smoke and you never walk or run. By the way, if you smoke cigs, stop, you know, right? I'm going to be opinionated on that one, all right? Allow me to have my opinion, right? All right, because that's just killing you softly. And I'm not joking, it's real. Stop, don't smoke no cigs. Stop, don't do it, all right? So what I'm saying is this. You have to run. Cardiovascular use diminishes the effects of smoke in the lungs. Now, I'm not enabling what you smoke or don't smoke. I'm not telling you what to do or not do. But what I'm saying is you should be aware that if you're going to make a decision, make sure that you have some stuff to mitigate the effects of such decision. Shout out to the people who like this video on YouTube. Make sure you leave a comment. Leave a comment, just whatever. Leave a comment, all right? That's going to help boost the algorithms. And for those of you who haven't subscribed to my YouTube yet, listen, I'm trying to get to 600 subscribers, man. I need some support here. Y'all trying to help me out? Go to youtube.com/C/The Holistic Motivator and subscribe. Subscribe, go like the videos, leave a comment, whether you're listening or watching. Back to the episode. So what did I just say? I said exercise reduces inflammation. Exercise also helps your lungs work better, right? Somebody says you love ginger, you make ginger water. Great, I love that. Ginger, cucumber, lemon, detox kit. You're ready to go. So yo, tap into this. Shout out to Jerigo, shout out to Young Marie. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Shout out to y'all. So listen, you're like, okay, lungs, exercising, this is gonna be good. Okay, so this is just about you. Now let's talk about your kid or your future kid or your girlfriend or your mom or your dad, your sister. Let me ask you a question. Do you want to be there for them? You do, right? You want to live a long life so you could be there for them. And also, not only that, do you want to be able to play with them? Like, do you want to be able to catch up? Okay, somebody says, I want to travel to Cancun and Mexico and all these places and but I can't even walk up the steps. You trying to go to Egypt and climb up to the pyramid, but you can't walk up one story. Guess what? Here's another thing. If you don't exercise, it's hard for you to be adventurous because you don't have enough energy to put into the adventure. So a lot of people are homebodied because they don't work on their energy body, right? And they're like, I'm a homebody. Well, you better be a gym body. Get your ass to the gym. Okay? Hey, don't get offended here. I know people, okay. Get your ass to the gym, all right? I'm just saying, just like that. You okay with that? Okay, allow me to make you uncomfortable. You good with that? You gotta be uncomfortable, right? To grow, right? You're like, man, I ought to give this a chance. Here's another reason. If you're not convinced why you should exercise, COVID, the vid. Okay, let me get some tea. The vid, all right? So what is the vid? Oh, that's not the tea, that's water. The vid affects what organ the most? The lung, and it affects the immune system. So guess what? Guess what the exercise does? More oxygen to your blood and more use of your lungs. So guess what? You know, I'm in the 305 right now, G. I'm in Miami, bro. So, yo, the vid. So you want to save yourself from the vid. You don't want to get the vid, all right? And you don't want to get the vid and not be able to recover. So what does exercise also do? Boost your immune system. You ever heard people say, I'm immune to the BS? The thing is, you can be immune to the BS, but if you're not immune to your current belief system that's saying, oh, exercise, I don't do that. I'm skinny. No, okay. Let's dismantle a couple things. For all my skinny people right now who's like, I don't need that workout. Look, I'm good. Listen, stop. I need you to stop, and I need you to change this mindset right now. And don't run away because you listening. No, listen. If you think you're skinny and I'm good, I'm healthy, skinny. I'm kind of getting a little bit, because you know I've done this work, so I know what people tell me. Oh, I'm skinny, I don't need to work out. I'm afraid of losing weight. Wait a minute. Does your organs have a specific weight? Maybe they do, but is your organs skinny or fat, or are they just your organs? I mean, what is a fat liver and a skinny liver? They're about the same size. Now you might have some with more fat around it, but the organ itself doesn't have a weight. So when you think about it, my organs is not skinny or fat, but I'm so concerned with my external body because I've literally gotten that I'm forgetting that I have organs. You don't exercise just so you look good for your muscles. A lot of people think exercise is just about muscles. You exercise for the vitality of your organs. So when you say the vitality of my organs depend on how much exercise I do, you are looking at it from a different mindset, a different viewpoint, and that is transformative. All right? Listen here. So here's what it is. So say, oh, I'm gonna exercise for my inside, not just for my outside. Can we repeat? All my skinny people out there listening all around the world, I want you to say this: I'm exercising for the wellness of my internal organs and not just for my muscle. Now, if you're skinny and you feel like you could be stronger, let me ask you a question. How useful is strength in this society? And I'm not just talking about emotional strength. I'm talking about strength. Yo, your strength can be the determined factor in whether you survive or die. Some people don't even see this. Squid Games. The Squid Games, yeah. Y'all ain't seen the Squid Games? Just know that we live in a Squid Game, Hunger Game, purging society. And in the end of time, my friend, you got to get your shit together, okay? So you got to get stronger, not just emotionally. You got to get stronger as it relates to your body, because you don't know when you're going to fall and have to hang off a cliff and you have to hold yourself up. So you're like, why I got to do this pull up and hold it up? Because you never know. So another reason why is simply because it is practical and saving your life possibly. So you're saying, oh, to get stronger, this can actually help save my life. Let's say you had to run to save your life. How many people would perish if they had to run to save their lives? They can't even run to save their life. You know, just people, you can't even, listen, if you had to run to save your life, will you be able to run more than a mile without stopping? This is a question that we got to think about in these times. People are not thinking about the functionality of exercising, right? It's not just, Instagram is creating a weird mentality here, right? I used to be on Instagram with my shirt off. Look, y'all see that? That was very random. Don't get zest, right? I'm on something today. All right. Y'all know I got the jokes. All right. On Instagram, everybody and they mama. I'm like, oh, I got abs. Yes, I got abs too, y'all. But I want to see how your organs look. I want to see how your inside is looking. Not just, oh, I got abs. I got abs, y'all. Look, I got the six pack. But how many six packs you had? How's your liver, my friend? How's your liver? She be like, I got abs. Well, how's your liver? Like, how's your kidney, friend? What's your kidney? How's your kidney doing? Right? We got, gotta think a little bit differently here. So everybody and their mama wanna look good, like my booty popping. Yeah, your booty popping. Let me ask you something. How's your ovaries, right? Right? What are the gummies in your ovaries, right? You gotta think about stuff like that. What are you eating? Are you emotionally eating to suppress your emotions? And then now you're dealing with fibroids, but you're not focused on that. You're like, man, at least my abs look good. And you're doing that whole booty pose and shit. Like, don't nobody want to see that. Listen, I want you pose for your organs. Touch your organs, baby. When we shift from carnal to internal, bro. When we switch from carnal to internal, from carnal to spiritual, it's a different mindset. I used to I want to be as big as I can. Now I'm like, man, I need to make sure inside of me there's a stillness. And then now I'm like, because I've cultivated this being, why not be the best external size? Why not be as strong as I can? Why not be as mobile, as agile as I can? All right. So now let's go. We're going to go to this next one here. Now, besides all of those points here, the other reason why you want to start exercising, I might have to change this whole title. The other reason why you want to exercise is because of this. It's going to improve your mental health. It's going to burn up the stuff that brings up anxiety in your body. Let me ask you a question. You ever felt, and this is for you, my boy. Let's say you're sitting and you're like, I'm trying to sit down. And I felt like that. I'm doing that because this is how I felt inside, right? And you felt like you're being pulled in 1,000 directions. It's like ants, butterflies, bees, bats, all of them just all up in you. And what's happened is sometimes you have excess energy that if you burn up and you slow down with your breath, you can then convert that excess energy into vitality. So here's what I mean. If you're full of energy, you got a lot of energy in you, and you're like, man, I want to do something with this energy. What you got to do is you got to move that energy. Y'all catching my drift here? You got to move the energy by moving your body. And what is that going to do? It's going to burn up some of that excess. And then now it's going to give you enough stillness to be able to. That's why after the gym, there's a sort of high that you get. But at the same time, if you then do some breathing, you sit, there's a sort of peace that you get. Okay? So, brother, I'll give you a quick. CBD is gonna calm down the mind, but it doesn't go to the root of the problem. Like I said, you could throw CBD on a toxic body and it still does the same thing, which means you need to fast. This is gonna help you with the anxiety. You need to also create a tea lifestyle. I just poured down some tea. Holla at me. If you're in 305, I got what is called for anxiety, vervain. Vervain is very useful for anxiety, right? I drank that tea and it helps calm me down. There are many other teas you could drink. CBD works, but you got to also go to the root. That's why I'm suggesting that exercise is going to be a major shift, because that's something that's really underestimate the value of it. So you're saying exercise can improve my mental health? 100%. Exercise is also what is called a keystone habit. Oh, my bad. My bad. I can't tell I can't tell genders. I couldn't tell. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean that. So exercise is literally a keystone habit, right? And a keystone habit is this. It's a habit that kind of shifts everything else. So I'm going to tell you, vervain is going to be dumb useful, right? Exercise is a keystone habit that transform a lot. So when you start exercising, you start to adopt other habits too. And what does that do? When you start exercising, you feel so much better about yourself. You join there's a club, right? There's a gym club or an exercise club that you part of when you start exercising. There's a sense of self-confidence that you get that kind of like allows you to start tapping in. I told you, how did I get into this holistic wellness space? Somebody want to know, yo, how you got to a holistic wellness space? I'm gonna tell you right now. Exercise, right? I was I was first an athlete, and then I was like, yo, I became a personal trainer, and that's how I started becoming more indulged in this space. The more I got in touch with my body, the more my spiritual, because listen, you have trauma housed in your muscles, in your tissues, and when you exercise, even if you don't know that you're releasing some of those traumas, you literally are. You got anger stuck in your booty. So a lot of women, when they go and do all them squats, man, now they feel great after that, right? And they look at the booty and it's popping and they're like, yo, that's double whammy. You know, I got rid of the anger a little bit and my booty popping. They feel confident about that. Let's say a guy, you get testosterone popping all over your body. You're like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different, you just feel good. You feel like a man, you know? And that's a good feeling, right? How many times you feel like a man, but you don't, like, bro, I take some weights, man, you feel manly, you know, and you need that. Because sometimes we feel like sometimes we don't feel like we're man enough, right? So to all my guys, exercising not only causes your testosterone levels to rise, but it releases endorphins. So not only do you feel like a man, you get natural painkillers, right? The brain secretes something called endorphins, and these endorphins go through your body, and it literally smooths out certain pains. But not only does it secretes endorphins, but I'm gonna tell you some more brain hacks. Exercise gets you dopamine because every time you reach a goal, you're like, yo, I didn't think I could do it. I could do it. And it develops a mindset. The mindset that exercise develops is a mindset of perseverance, hard work. Like, I'm gonna push through it. And you can take that onto your life and you're like, yo, this is beyond me. So exercise does a lot more than just, you're like, oh, this is useful. What else does exercise do for you? I know it's supposed to, this whole episode is just gonna be about why you should start exercising and the benefits, right? So you're like, yo, this stuff, I need to start exercising, right? If you're convinced that you need to start exercising, put, I'm convinced. Comment, I'm convinced. If you're convinced that you need to be exercising. Listen, you need to be. So you're like, yo, what's some other benefits of exercise, Ed? If you sit down too long, the blood is not pumped. Exercise helps pumps the blood back up to your heart so that way you can distribute it throughout your body. So you're gonna have better mental clarity, you're gonna have better mental health, you're gonna have more energy, more vitality, and you're gonna be a better lover in the bedroom. How many of y'all can't get it up, right? I get it up with no pressure. You know, I got a lot of blood flow. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right? Easy peasy. Just gotta say, you ready? I'm ready. Right? I'm ready to go. Why? Because it got the blood flowing. Exercise helps you. And it doesn't just help it get it up, it gets it up. You know, up. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to lengthen and strengthen your sex life, you want to start exercising, right? And you want to last longer, right? You're like, yo, I want to last longer, man. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to be a 3-minute quick guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do at least 6 or 12. So, you know, get your ass in the gym. Be a man. Get the manhood. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And listen, this is me. I'm making light of it, right? Sea moss is gonna be dumb useful. Herbs are gonna be useful, but when you start exercising, you're gonna get a whole lot of benefit. Like Ralph Smart says, we got a whole lot to talk about. All right, y'all. So listen, if you after this episode you're like, I like the benefit, but I don't know how to. Listen, come back to the next episode. I'm going to tell you how to start exercising. But for the basis of this episode, we're going to say this. The reason why you should exercise is because it will revolutionize your entire life. It will get you through a whole new process of getting in touch with your body, releasing toxins, preventing sickness, improving your mental health, improving your physical health, your emotional health. It's just going to transform so much for you. So the best thing you could do is start moving. So how do you break the habit of idleness and step into it? First, you have to understand the importance of it, and you have to come up with a why is it important to you. And then you have to also stop looking at the past times as failures, but just as times that you was consistent. Which means don't say, I used to exercise, but then I stopped and I failed. No, I used to keep creating a habit. Now I'm going back to that habit, right? Because I already have that habit, so I'm going to realign myself with this habit, and that's all. No shame here. Listen, I don't need to shame you. I don't need to guilt trip you. All I'm trying to say is, listen, there's more possible for you. There's health possible. There's vitality possible. There's a better sex life on the other side. There's more energy. And all you got to do is get yourself moving, right? Especially during this season of the fall when the lungs is mostly affected, okay? So you're just like, yo, let's just do it. So you don't have to feel bad that, yo, I didn't do. Listen, you just had a habit that you kind of let stagnate a little bit. Now you're just getting back to the habit. And as soon as you say that, what do? You pick a time of the day and you say, hey, at 2 p.m., I'm going to do 50 push-ups. Or you could start as simple. How do you start? Make it simple. Right? Keep it still simple. And all that means is body weight. We got push-ups, dips, squats. That's it. I want you to focus on 3 things. Push-up, dips, squats. And you need 15 minutes to do that. That's going to get your biceps, your triceps, and your leg. Can you do that? Push-up, dips, squats, and maybe like a run around the block? You do some push-ups, some dips, some squats, and a run around the block. All right? And the ladies gonna flock. Because you gonna get this 6-pack on lock. You know what? I'm just joking here. Today's a jokey type of day for me. But I'm alive serious with this. Okay? So I'm just saying, I'm not here to say, man, look at you. Look. Are you sitting at home watching TV and your life is passing you by? You say, maybe I'll exercise tomorrow. You know, maybe I'll exercise a week from now. Maybe I'll exercise a month from now. Why not now? Why not now? Just dial the number. I'm kidding. But I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? You ever watch that commercial that made you feel like that guy, what is it called? FCC? Listen. Don't let your life pass you by. Go live it. Go move with it. Are you sitting at home watching TV and age is creeping up on you and the wrinkles are coming to the forehead slowly and the booty is getting saggy and the breast is getting loose? How about you go outside and go for a walk or a run and then do some squats and some push-ups? That will tighten you up and release their ankles, and do some self-massage and try the Qigong class. Are you sitting at home sad and depressed and lonely and you're like, man, I need to do something, but you don't know where to start because your mind, you get stuck in it? Get in your body. Start moving your body, right? Start doing yoga, calisthenics, Pilates. You don't have to join the college. Do you need some guidance to do that? Join the Holistic Lifestyle Tribe. Go to holisticlifestyletribe.com and get yourself a community to help you. right? And I'll be your coach. I'll be your coach and your motivator and guide, right? I'll just share with you some of the stuff I learned along the way. That's it. The things I'm applying still, right? Everything I'm saying now applies to me. I ain't exempt from this. And like I used to always say, right? And I used to say this in the beginning. I said, I'm not a guru. I'm just a guy in the process. And along the way, I choose to live my purpose. And that's why I'm here doing this podcast. This podcast, and let me manifest, is going to be #1 in the alternative medicine space in the next 3 years. It's going to touch millions of people's lives. And the only reason all of this got started was because I decided I'm going to start working out. I'm going to start helping other people work out. So that's, if you don't believe exercise is effective in changing your life, look where exercise got me. It got me into a profession where I am fulfilled, where I help other people with not just their body, but with their mind, spirit, emotions, and it's a beautiful blend. And I'm grateful to be able to do the work, and I'm just a guy doing the work, and I'm using my gifts. So use what God gave you, which is your body, and you start to see that it will start to allow you to let go of a lot of things that's getting in your mind. All right, y'all. This is my message, and I'm sticking to it. Man, this could sound good. You could be motivated, pumped up, and fired up. Please don't waste your time, man. Don't go out, I'm motivated. The holistic motivator, he dropped some fire, man. I learned all these cool reasons why I should work out. But it's cool. But I ain't gonna do it, though. Why did you watch? Why did you listen to this, huh? Why did you waste your time? All right, so if you want to make sure that the last 30 minutes was useful, I need you to do some push-ups. All right. Hold on, let me do some dips. Right now, man. Come on. All right. Y'all think I'm playing. I'm going to get to motivate. Listen, trainer mode is different. There's two types. There's two Eds. There's Zen Ed. There's Trainer Ed. Trainer Ed says, run, push. All right, let's get it. So you listen right now, I'm doing my dips. Let's get it. I'm doing my dips. And guess what? I'm going to start making some motivational. My mixtape going to come out soon, y'all. Come on. Let's dip it out. All you need to do is what? Dips, push-ups, squats. How many dips? There we go. Now I'm going to do some push-ups now. Some decline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, but you gotta get the lemons in order to squeeze it, okay? So now I'm gonna do some squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where did I go? Somebody said, I got an excuse. I don't have a gym membership, bro. Listen, I ain't go nowhere. I'm in my backyard with it. So what's your excuse? Push-ups, dips, squats, jog or run. Can you do that? I just did the push-ups, I did some dips, and I just did some squats. And they say, man, I can't run outside, it's cold, it's snow. High knees. This is just, you just bring your knees up, you drive them up. You do that for intervals of minute to 2 minute, 3 minute, whatever you want to do. That's it. All right, y'all. Listen, you got this. You need to do this. It's a necessity for your vitality. And if you know this, then don't just know it. Apply it, man. If you know this, don't just know it, apply it. That's my message. I'm sticking to it. Remember, you have the unlimited power in you to transform your life. You don't have to stay stuck to this state. You create your doggone destiny. I don't want to hear that. You don't have to be stuck to how you feel being burdensome. You don't have to be a burden to yourself. You could change that. Change it. What you waiting for? You sitting on the couch waiting for somebody to come rescue you? Get up. Get up, move. I love y'all though. For real. Remember, you have the unlimited power in you to move and change your life, but you gotta believe it to achieve it. And until that happens, the world will forever miss all your talents, all your gifts, all the great things you gotta offer. So remember, let your light shine, don't hide it, don't dim it. All right? Make sure y'all subscribe to the pod. Oh shoot, wrong thing. Make sure y'all subscribe to the podcast right there. Subscribe, all right? That's it. There you go. And leave that comment. I ain't playing with y'all. Leave that comment. And for those of you who want to donate, show your boy some love though. Go to edtalksdaily.com/donate, right? And just send gratitude for this help support, right? Send gratitude. Cash App EdTalks or edtalksdaily.com/donate. With that being said, I'm out. I'm about to go get my own exercise on. Let's get it.